morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Today is May 1st, 2020. A whole new month. Can you believe it? I can hardly. All right. Today is the last day of Spirit Week. Today is favorite outfit day. I have lots of favorite outfits, so I just happened to choose one. Okay. Now, this is a jumpsuit. As you can see, it's like a shirt and pants combined. And Miss Andros loves jumpsuits because they are so practical. That means that they are so comfortable and they can pretty much be worn for anything. And there are lots of different kinds. There are like ones that are pants, there are ones that are shorts, there are ones that are stripes, there are ones that are circles. I just love them so much, just jumping right in them and getting my day started. I hope that you are wearing your favorite outfit. I can't wait to see all of those pictures. Make sure you're sending pictures and videos to your teachers. Okay? And if you don't have it on, you can pause this video and go get your favorite outfit before we start learning. We are continuing with our letter writing this week, so all that you're going to need is either your printed letter paper or a blank piece of paper with the lines you drew on it, or lined paper. Again, remember, it looks like this. It has the 5 different parts. Yours is not going to have the words, but you can write it in as always to help guide you. Again, make sure if you are drawing your lines, make sure you're giving yourself enough space so that it looks like mine so we can read your letter clearly. And it's nice and organized. You're going to bring your pencil. I'm going to get my pen. Right? Go ahead and take this time and grab your materials and come back and join me. Now, before we start writing our letter for today, I have a couple shout outs. These friends whose letters are going to be up on the screen in a second, these friends included all the parts of the letter. They were super organized and their thoughts were very clear, and the body of their letters were so thoughtful and sweet. I'm sure when the essential workers see them, they're going to be so happy and feel so loved. Another thing these friends did was they remembered their punctuation. Their handwriting was neat. They wrote from the beginning of the line to the end of the line. Okay, so I want you to check out some of those, and together we're actually going to build our writing in a different way. All right, so check them out, and then when we come back, we'll get ready to get started. Great job, everyone. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the great work. Shout out to Keisha, Adrielle, Anelia, Halo, Janella, Jeremiah, Joshua, and Sterling. All right, today we are going back to writing persuasive letters. Persuasive comes from the word persuade, and persuade means to convince. Now, when we are convincing someone, that means we are telling them about our opinions and why our opinions are correct. Now, remember, an opinion is the opposite of a fact. A fact is something that is true no matter what. Like, this marker is red. That is a fact. Okay? Our opinion is something that we feel very strongly about. And as we write our persuasive letters, our job is to make our reasons clear so that we can convince someone of maybe changing their mind about what their opinion is and how they feel about something. All right, so let's get started. The first thing we have to write is our heading, which we know is our date. Again, you can write this out with the words, or you could just write it with the numbers. Today is Friday, May 1st, 2020. I'm going to write that down, and you're going to write it too. Should look like this when you're done. Okay. Now I want you to think of an opinion or an argument, because they're the same thing, that you feel really strongly about. I want you to think about what you'd like to convince someone of. It could be anything. I'll give you some ideas. Could be you want a pet. It could be you want more time with your technology at home. It could be you wanting to go someplace special. It could be when we go back to school, having a big celebration. Those are just a few. Take a moment and think about which one you're going to write about. I'm going to think about mine. All right, do you have it? Awesome. Now, before we get into writing the body of our letter, we need to decide who we're going to write it to. Okay, who is the person you're trying to convince of this opinion of yours? All right, now my letter is going to be to Mr. Martinez because it is about recess. So I wrote my greeting. I wrote out, "Dear Mr. Martinez," with my comma, so he can take a pause when he reads. You should have written who you're writing yours to. When writing an opinion, you are stating how you feel from the very beginning. Okay? All of our first sentences are going to look the same. We're writing about different things, but our sentences are going to look the same. It's going to sound a little like this. I think we should have more blank, whatever you're choosing, because, right? I want you to do that same thing on your fingers at home so you know the words that are going onto your page. All right? So here we go. I think we should have more recess time because that's what I'm going to write down. You can write the same thing with your topic. Go ahead and do that now. this is what it looks like so far. Everyone's sentence should look like this. Now you're going to say why you feel the way you feel. I'm going to write mine. You're going to write yours. All right, I'm going to read you my topic sentence. I think we should have more recess time because we missed out on so much playtime together while we were learning at home. That is what I'm trying to convince Mr. Martinez of. That is how I feel. That is my topic sentence. When I'm thinking of other reasons to convince him why, okay, I want you to think when you're writing yours. What's another reason why this person should change their mind about the way things are now so that it could be the way you want it to? So if you want a new pet, why should that be the case? If you want more recess time, like I'm saying, why should that be the case? Think about your first reason now. I want you to plan that on your fingers. I'm going to plan mine. Okay, so once you have your sentence all planned on your fingers, write that down word by word. You're going to make sure you're stretching out the sounds in the words or remembering the exact spelling of heart words. Go ahead and write that now. I'm going to write mine. I'm going to read you my sentence. We need time to talk about what we did while we were not in school. Right? I know how much you guys miss connecting with each other. You're going to keep planning your sentences on your fingers and writing those words down. So here I go into my next sentence. Now I have all my words. You should have all yours from your fingers. Write that down, again, stretching out the sounds in the word or remembering the exact spelling of heart words. Go ahead and do that now. I want everyone to read their sentence out loud to make sure it makes sense. I'm going to do that with mine. We miss each other so much. We just want to be kids and have fun. Does that make sense? I think so. All right, if yours makes sense and you're ready to keep going, we're going to move to the final sentences of our persuasive letter, which is where we ask the person to really think about changing their mind about how they feel. So you could say something like, please think about it, or please give it a chance. Okay? I have my words on my fingers. I'm going to write that down word by word. All right, again, everyone reading your sentence out loud to make sure it makes sense. I'm going to do that with my last one now. Pretty please, we hope you will think about it. That's because I really, really want him to think about how important this is to me. And why maybe he should change his mind about us having a longer recess when we get back. Now remember, you're writing these letters to convince people of things. It does not mean that their minds will be changed, but we are doing our best to convince them. All right, now we're moving on to the closing. Okay, and the closing, again, you can choose whichever one fits best for you. Sincerely, truly, your friend, your student, best. You're going to choose the one that fits best for you, okay? And write that down. After you've written it, again, put your comma. It should look like this. And as we move to the signature, your signature is just your name. So I'm just going to write my name, Miss Andrews. Okay. When you're done, I want you to reread your letter. I want you to make sure it makes sense. Make sure you're including your punctuation, your capitalization where it's needed, your finger spaces, and make sure you're spelling your heart words from memory or stretching them out. I want you to push yourselves to give 2 reasons of why your opinion is correct. I'm going to reread mine and see if I did that. Dear Mr. Martinez, I think we should have more recess time because we missed out on so much playtime together while we were learning at home. We need time to talk about what we did while we were not in school. Reason 1. We miss each other so much. We just want to be kids and have fun. Pretty please, we hope you will think about it. Your friend, Miss Andros. All right, my loves. That is all for today. Until Monday, where we will continue learning our writing. I hope you have an amazing weekend.